Good morning, I'm Nur Hidayah from Herpetofauna2. Today we're going to present our mini project on species diversity and habitat association of herpetofauna in Gunung Gading National Park. These are my group members: Ahmad Nasrin, Azwana Tashi, Eugenie Claire, Jahmain, Nur Ilya, Nurin Akia, Nurin Fatin, and Nurul Akila. So our objective for this mini project is to determine the species diversity and habitat association of herpetofauna in lowland forests of Gunung Gading National Park. So we have two methods, which are the active method and passive method. The active methods are the line transects and the visual encounter survey, while the passive method is the pitfall trap and sticky trap. And the next slides will be presented by Ilya.
The first method that we use is pitfall trap. Pitfall trap is a trapping pit for small animals like insects, reptiles, and amphibians. Animals that enter the pitfall trap are unable to escape. We also provided a drift fence. Drift fence work as to lead them towards installed pitfall and funnel trap to increase capturing rates. We also use a Y-shaped drift fence to increase the catch rate of a pitfall trap. Next, the second method is a sticky trap. Sticky trap is used for capturing small animals like reptiles, especially lizard. It is cheap and easily placed. We placed the sticky trap at 4 different places, from pitfall trap and nearby a stagnant river. To remove any animals that we caught in the sticky trap, we use cooking oil, as it is very good to avoid any death or injury. Next, the last method that we use is line transect. Line transect is used to show distributions of organisms along a line through a habitat. It provides a good way of being able to clearly visualize the changes taking place along the line. And organisms that found within the line are captured for data collection. We use a long tape that have marked each 1 meters.
Our first sampling session starts on 13 March until 16 March 2020. On the day we arrived, there is no individuals captured because we were only assigned to set up the pitfall traps, land transect, and sticky traps. On the first day, we were able to capture 14 individuals from 11 species. Only 1 species was captured from pitfall trap, and the rest were captured through visual encounter sampling. 3 species were not able to be identified to species level, which were then labeled as eutrophic species, Meristogenous species 1, and Meristogenous species 2.
Hello, my name is Rinakia, and I will be presenting about the result of the second and third day of the sampling. So for the second day, a total of 5 different families were found during that day, which are Agamidae, Geckonidae, Skinkidae, Ranidae, and Acroglossidae. So for family Agamidae, there are a total of 2 species found during that day, which are Gonocephalus grandis and Gonocephalus leogaster. These 2 species were found using visual encounter survey method. So for the second family is Geckonidae. There were a total of 4 different species was found under this family. So Cretodactylus consobrinus, Nemaspis species 1 and Nemaspis species 2 were found using visual encounter survey. For Hemidactylus species, it was found using pitfall trap. However, Nemaspis species 1, Nemaspis species 2, and Hemidactylus species cannot be identified their species since they were still juvenile and it cannot be identified. So for the third one is Skinkidae. There are 2 different species under this family, which are Spenomorphus multisquamata and Mabuya multifasciata. So for Spenomorphus multisquamata, it was found using pitfall trap, and while the other one is visual encounter survey. And the fourth family is Ranidae. There are 2 different species under this family, which are Calcorana ranicep and Staurus guttatus. These two were found using the same method, which is visual encounter survey. For Calcorana renicept, it was in resting state, and for Staurus guttatus, it was in active and alert state. So the last family found was Dicroglossidae. So there are a total of 2 different species under this family, which are Limnonectes rhacodus and Limnonectes cohlai. For Limnonectes rhacodus and Limnonectes cohlai, these two were found using visual encounter survey. So for the last day of the sampling, there were a total of 5 different families were found using during that day, which are Skinkidae, Ranidae, Geckonidae, Dicroglossidae, and Megaphoraidae. So the first family is Skinkidae. There are 2 different species under this family, which are Mabuya multifasciata and Tropidophorus brucae. For Mabuya multifasciata, it was found during active and alert state and using the visual encounter survey method. So for the Tropidophorus brucae, it was found using pitfall trap method, and the state is not stated. So for the second family is Ranidae. There is only one species found during that day under this family, which is Hylarana renicept. It was found during the resting state, and the method used was visual encounter survey. A total of 3 individual of these species were found during that day. So for the third family is Geckonidae. It was found using the sticky trap during that day. And the next species is Cartodactylus quadrivirgatus. So it was found during resting state and using the visual encounter survey method. So this makes the 2 species found under Geckonidae family. So the fourth one is Dicroglossidae. A total number of 3 species were found during that day, which are Limnonectes leporinus, Limnonectes hickidae, and Limnonectes cohlai. So these 3 species were found using visual encounter survey method. For Limnonectes hickidae, it was found during the resting state, and Limnonectes cohlai, it was found during active and alert state. And the last family is Megaphoraidae. There is only one species found during that day, which is Leptobrachella parva. So it was found during resting state and by using the visual encounter survey method.
Next, moving to the type of species in each study area. There are 6 different study areas comprises of HQ area, pitfall area, land transect site 1, land transect site 2, land transect site 3, and sticky trap. There are total 25 of species that are managed to capture along the field eco trip. From 6 different study areas, the least species captured are at sticky trap, which is Nemaspis scandali. This is because the sticky trap are located further inside of the forest, which is far from the pitfall area. We are suggested that the place are quite quiet and the species diversity are quite low at that place. Meanwhile, for the highest species diversity or the highest species capture are at the land transect site 1, which is located at the campsite river. The most species captured are from Anurin, and this is because there are mostly nocturnal animals.
The bar chart shows the number of individual captured at different sampling sites. Sticky trap are the least number of individual captured among the 6 different sampling sites. This is because only one individual captured at this sampling site, which is from 1 reptile. For the HQ area, the number of individual captured are 3, which is all from the reptiles. For the pitfall area, the number of individual captured are 4, which is 3 from the reptiles and 1 from amphibians. Different from the land transect site 3, the number of amphibian captured are slightly higher than the number of reptiles captured. The number of amphibian captured are 5 individuals, while the number of reptiles captured are only 1 at the sampling site. This is a max total of 6 individuals at the sampling site. For the land transect site 2, the number of amphibian and reptiles captured are equal, which is a max total of 12 individuals captured. Lastly, for the land transect site 1, The number of amphibian captured are 10 individuals, while for the reptiles captured are 4. This is make total for 14 individual captured at this sampling site. This makes the land transact site 1 is the highest individual capture among 6 different sampling sites, while the sticky traps are the least number of individual captured among the 6 different sampling sites.
Hi, so what we have here right now is the rank abundance of Herpetofauna in lowland at Gunung Gading National Park, Lundu, Sarawak. So based on this graph, it shows that the Calcorana reniceps is the highest among the other species because during the field sampling, we captured 5 individuals and the others are 1 to 3 individuals are captured. Next, the graph shows the species accumulation curve of Herpetofauna. So what we can see here is the number of species increases as the days go by. So during our first day of sampling, which is on the 14 March 2020, we captured 11 species. And then the next day, we captured another 10 species, making a total of 21 species being captured. And finally, during our last day of sampling, we captured another 4 species. So making overall species that we caught are 25 species.
For discussion, most of the species were found at the campsite riverbank area, which comprises mostly of amphibians. The sampling effort was higher at night because a handful of amphibians and reptiles are nocturnal. The method we used was also an active method during the night using line transect method via visual encounter survey. The effective method can be done quickly and many data can be recorded. However, the data may be overlooked due to the wider covered area. Pitfall trap caught the second least amount of species, which 3 animals comprises of all reptiles were caught. The Y-shaped pitfall used to increase the effectiveness of the trap by using the drift fence. Drift fence guides the reptiles to the pitfall trap instead of going away. The least species captured was using sticky trap due to the area that we put the sticky trap, which is near the intermittent stream. The method is also less effective due to the inconsistent weather like raining overnight because water reduces the adhesive of the sticky trap, and we also have a limited number of sticky traps. Hence, the covered area using sticky trap was also in a small area.
Research was aimed to identify species diversity and microhabitat association of herpetofauna in lowland forest in Gunung Gading National Park, Sarawak, based on the qualitative way of species encountered using different techniques. The total individual captured is 40 organisms, which comprises 25 species. The highest species captured was Calcorana reniceps, and the highest number individual was captured at line transect 1, which located near the campsite river. Species accumulation curve also increased, started from 11 species captured, then increased to 21 species, and lastly, success to capture 25 species using passive and active method. Hence, the objective of these studies are achieved to determine species diversity and habitat association of herpetofauna in lowland forest in Gunung Gading National Park, Sarawak.
For the reference part, we are using 3 different books to identify the species during the fieldwork. The first book, we are using the 3rd edition of the Field Guide to the Frogs of Borneo. The second book is the Snakes and Other Reptiles of Borneo, while the third book is a pocket guide of the Lizard of Borneo. Lastly, in this slide, it shows all the species that have been captured during the 3 days of sampling in Gunung Gading National Park.
So that's all from Herpetofauna2. Thank you.